we are back, the Angel Babies. We had an amazing interview with Noelle, and earlier in the episode, before we met Noelle, we were kind of talking about our crazy lives and how we manage them or fail to manage them. But just through trial and error, I'm going to suggest some habits that we can do to continue getting through the day, not overbooking yourself, protecting your peace, which is kind of like my motto for the summer. So some of the habits that I have really taken to heart recently is, I remember someone saying once, and this is kind of an example, is if you're gonna like work hard, play hard, like don't do any work on Saturdays, or take a break, or block out your times. Because personally, I have a habit of I think no matter what, your body, like you're naturally going to take time off. You're going to go on your phone, you're going to stare at the wall, you're not going to be constantly thinking. So you almost just need to value that and embrace that some periods of life you're just not going to be able to punch in work. So delegate work when you can. You don't need to take on every single project, and sometimes it's okay to collaborate and ask for help. That is something that I did not learn until I went to college, and now I love to ask for help and I love to reach out to people. Ava, do you want to?
No. Yeah, I was just gonna say, it's funny we're talking about protect your peace. I was so dramatic at the beginning of 2023. I made my wallpaper for my phone protect your peace so that I looked at it every single time I opened my phone. For
No.
some reason, that phrase like really gets me through the day because I'm like, okay, I don't need to please every single person. Um, but yeah, no, I feel like something for me is not everything you do needs to be like, oh, well, this is networking. This is good for my career. This is going to get me money. This is good for my grades. Like, there can be something that you do that, like, is just for yourself. Like, I know Elise and I love to color, and like, it's not like it's getting us anywhere in our career, but it's so relaxing. And so it like calms you down. It like, sometimes I don't even think when I'm like coloring as like a stupid coloring book. So I feel like not everything needs to be like a career step, or like, especially when, you're young, or even not like when you're young. But anyway, that was something that I've learned, is that not everything needs to be like the end all be all.
And also prioritize the most important tasks. I feel like I would, almost in a form of procrastination, work really hard on like a random homework assignment that wasn't a huge part of the grade, but then like not submit an application for something because I was too scared to attack that. And I think people say like start with your hardest task first, prioritize deadlines. Don't Yeah, there's an analogy, and I don't know why. I feel like I've said this on the show before, and that's really embarrassing if I'm repeating myself. But it's like if you're painting a wall and you really like a tiny little paintbrush and you like painting individually, like the little corners, if you get a big brush, it paints and it looks exactly the same, but it's covering more of the wall. I don't know if that's gonna make sense on audio, but I'm using hand movements. But work smarter, less harder. Save time, almost like have the mindset of a lazy person. Like, how can I get this done in the fastest way possible? Okay. Jeremiah's saying I've never said that, so I'm like, okay, good.
Yeah, no, I was gonna say I like that. I like that analogy. Like, the same work can be done with like, but yeah, for me, it's like knowing who your comfort people are, that like do not stress you out, and when you are stressed, they calm you down.
Yeah.
Because it's really nice. I have the luxury, Elise and I have the luxury of, obviously we're sisters, so we know everything about each other and we're very comfortable with each other. So when we're in college and like we're crying or something is super stressful, we go immediately to one another because we know like the other person fully understands. And even if that means you have to like get on the phone and like call your mom. Like, I remember it was my birthday and I was crying and I just like called my mom because I needed a comfort person. So just knowing who those comfort people are, and it's okay, not everyone has to be a comfort person, but just knowing who that person is and like relying on them when you need to. And just like taking time to be by yourself. It's like scary to be by yourself, but it's okay to be like, okay, I'm gonna like nap, or I'm gonna just like sit on my phone for like
Yeah.
45 minutes and not talk to anyone, because that's like the alone time I need right now.
I
For some reason, that's just like super important.
And taking like if I like have to, what I do a lot, and I'm really into this, is I feel like I kind of invented the hot girl walk on TikTok, because I have been taking walks for the past like 5 years. It's like a trend on TikTok to go walk as like a form of exercise.
Funny.
But whenever I'm like irritated, can't figure out an assignment, don't want to write something, I will just immerse myself with nature, walk around, listen to music, not think about anything. And I come back and suddenly like I feel better and I'm thinking better. And so I think sunlight and
Yeah, like
think-
physical activity. I definitely feel that. Like I'll have a really stressful day and then like go take it out on like a, you know, machine in the gym. And I'm not like a gym guru. I just like, it's just nice to like move around, stretch. It's really nice to stretch. Like clears your
yeah, you've been
clears
getting,
your
Ava's been leading me in stretches every day now. And it's so embarrassing to see me stretching next to Ava, because
Oh,
it's like a full split and I look like a scissor, like, but anyway.
no, well, I mean, I love dancing. So, but yeah, no, I feel like we have given so many suggestions for like do this, don't do this, but like, really just be in tune with like what you need in the moment. And if you're really stressed, it's okay to be stressed. If you're really lazy one day, just like fully acknowledge that and like realize that this today you are feeling lazy and you just cannot do the things that you usually would do. Because sometimes you just have those days where you're like really agitated or really lazy, and that's like fully okay to feel that way. But there's also days where you feel motivated, and I love those days, but they are not every day for me.
So take it easy, be nice to yourself, take those breaks, don't sign up for too many things. And also quick one before we go, my biggest mistake, my worst trait as a person, is saying yes to things and not being 100% sure if you can actually do them. Always don't tell people yes right away. Say, let me look at my calendar, let me get back to you, let me think about that. Because the worst thing you want to do is try to please everyone and then disappoint a ton of people later. So always like be realistic with your time and be realistic with yourself, and don't make promises you can't keep. So,
That's such a good one.
okay. I think we've I can't speak today, sorry.
No, I can't either. Oh my gosh, I'm gonna listen back to this episode and be like, I am a mumble jumble mess. But some days are like that. But yeah, no, we have lots of people to thank. Thank you, Colleen. Oh my gosh, not Colleen. Wait,
Noelle,
sorry. I'm gonna like start that over again. Hopefully, like,
someone please edit that.
yeah. I keep wanting to call her Colleen Hoover because she's like a young like author.
Noelle,
Okay, sorry. Um, okay,
Noelle Crooks, like yeah,
Crooks. Okay, yeah. Okay.
with an S.
But yeah, we're gonna wrap up today. We have so many thank yous. Thank you, Noelle Crooks, the amazing author of Under the Influence. Remember, we have that giveaway. DM me at Evelyn Thuresson on Instagram, or honestly, any way you can find me. And we will give you that signed copy of her book. And thank you, Jeremiah Higgins, for being our amazing executive producer, making this all happen. And thank you, Dr. D, for making us sound good, our sound engineer. And yeah, just thank you for listening. We're super excited to have another episode of the Angel Baby Show. I'm Ava Lynn.
I'm Elise.